Okay. Hope I'm audible. I'm sharing my screen now. Once you're able to see me, just say yes in chat box. Yep. Can you please confirm? Anybody are able to see my presentation? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Yes. So yesterday in second half, we started this ESIC topic. In first session, we discussed about Boiler Act 1923. The Boiler Act also very important. There is a 90% of chance you will get a question on that. So be careful. So make your own notes. So once we have completed our sessions, we'll be go through all the previous year question papers so that you will get an idea. Okay. Yes. So yesterday we have seen the first slide, but still I would like to take it from the first slide itself. If I see ESIC, so ESIC means Employees State Insurance Corporation, which is operated by a central government, and for that the employee as well as employer, both of them will contribute certain amount. If you see a contribution for that benefit, prior to that, we have to understand what is the eligibility criteria to avail these benefits. So basically, if you see in the bottom of the slide, there is an amount 21,000 per month. So whoever's salary, monthly salary, which is 21,000, and also 25,000 if they are disabled. అంటే 25,000 అంటే విలువ ఎవరికైతే వికలాంగులకి 21,000 ఎవరైతే నాన్ డిజేబుల్ పీపుల్ వాళ్ళు ఈ స్కీమ్ కింద అర్హులు. సో దే కెన్ అవైల్ ద బెనిఫిట్స్ విచ్ విల్ కవర్డ్ ఇన్ దిస్ ESIC. If you come to employer side, who is the company's owners, who are supposed to take this, if a non-seasonal factories employing 10 or more persons, ఏదైతే నాన్ సీజనల్ ఫ్యాక్టరీస్ ఉంటాయో వాళ్ళు 10 మంది అంతకంటే ఎక్కువ మంది కనుక వర్కర్స్ని పెట్టుకుంటే వాళ్ళు ఈ ESIC దాంట్లో ఎస్టాబ్లిష్మెంట్ రిజిస్ట్రేషన్ చేసుకొని అమౌంట్ అనే దాన్ని పే చేస్తూ ఉండాలి. ఓకే, ఇంతకు ముందు ప్రీవియస్లీ మనకి ఓన్లీ ద ఫ్యూ కంపెనీస్ ఆర్ ఓన్లీ ద మ్యానుఫ్యాక్చరింగ్ ఫెసిలిటీస్ ఆర్ entitled in this ESIC, but later on the government has been brought new revisions. Then now the shops and hotels, restaurants, cinemas including privy theaters, road motor transport, newspaper establishments, etc., and private sectors also brought under this ESIC so that they can avail this benefit as well. Okay. Then contribution. So contribution అంటే ఏంటంటే ఈ బెనిఫిట్ ని మనకు పొందాలంటే ఎంప్లాయీ తరపు నుంచి ఎంత పే చేస్తారు, అదే ఎంప్లాయర్ తరపు నుంచి ఎంత పే చేస్తారు. ఎంప్లాయర్ అంటే కంపెనీ నుంచి, ఎంప్లాయీ అంటే ఎవరైతే వర్క్ చేస్తున్నారో వాళ్ళ దగ్గర నుంచి. If I say contribution, here there are two types of contributions altogether. Employee also pay a certain amount percentage, and the employer also pays a certain contribution. So if I say percentage, employee pays 0.75%. Oh, 1 second. What about others? Others are able to see? Hussein is not able to see the screen. Can you please confirm others? Okay. Give me a moment. Can I please check Hussein? Are you able to see now? No? Am I audible? Yeah. So employee pay 12% and employer pays 12%. Satish, employee and employee pays 12%. That is a different one. That is PF, Provident Fund. So this ESIC for Provident Fund, everybody has to enroll from the salary starting from 5,000 to 5 lakhs or whatever the salary they will get. But here ESIC, once you reach a certain limit, as I mentioned in the first slide, if your salary is reaching above 21,000 as a gross salary, then you are not going to eligible under this ESIC scheme. So here you'll have some social security benefits and medical insurance benefits and some medical benefits, etc. Well, whoever crosses their ESIC, 21,000, then they will be fall under medical insurance. Yeah. So if you see here, ESIC not 0.4, it is total 4% actually. In from employee, they will do 0.75% in the gross salary, and employee will pay 0.25%. Altogether, total 4% on the gross salary they will pay as a ESI contribution. For example, if I am an employee, from my salary, they will deduct 0.75% on my gross. Okay, that is the percentage they will deduct. Okay, so if I see the 0.75%, if I say my salary is 21,000, how much it will get? It is 157.5 rupees from my side. From the same salary, employer will pay 3.25%. They will pay 682 rupees. This is the total contribution will be go to the government. And there are two contribution periods. How it is helps is, for example, once you got an increment, your salary slab is increased, then you are not falling under this specific salary range, but still you can avail 6 months these benefits because this contribution periods are like that. So the contribution period 1st April to 30th September, which is starts from 1st January of the following year to the 30th June. And second contribution from October to March, it starts from July to December. This is the contribution periods. Now we see, as I mentioned, the benefits of this scheme. So if I say benefits, the section 46 of this act gives us the following 6 social security benefits. If you see a benefit, there is one medical benefit, sickness benefit, extended sickness benefit, and also enhanced sickness benefit, maternity benefit, disablement benefit, temporary disablement. If you see a disablement benefit, again there are two: temporary disablement, permanent disablement, and dependence benefit, and funeral expenses. Those are all social security benefits. ఇందులో ఏంటంటే మనకి మెడికల్ బెనిఫిట్ ఉంటుంది, ఏమన్నా జబ్బు వచ్చినా కూడా దానికి సంబంధించి బెనిఫిట్స్ ఉంటాయి. ఎక్స్టెండెడ్ సిక్నెస్, ఇన్ కేస్ ఏమన్నా జబ్బు వచ్చి దానికి కంటిన్యూస్గా మెడిసిన్ కావాలన్నా కూడా దానికి ఉంటుంది. ఎన్హాన్స్డ్ సిక్నెస్ బెనిఫిట్స్, తర్వాత మెటర్నిటీ, ఫీమేల్ వర్కర్స్కి డిజేబుల్మెంట్ బెనిఫిట్, అంటే ఏదైనా ప్రమాదంలో మనకి ఏదైనా అవయవాలు కోల్పోయినప్పుడు కానీ అందులో టెంపరీ, పర్మనెంట్. టెంపరీ అంటే ఏదైనా కాళ్ళు చేతులు విరగడం, కొన్ని రోజులు పని చేయలేకపోవడం. దెన్ ఇఫ్ యు సీ పర్మనెంట్, ఇఫ్ దే లాస్ట్ కంప్లీట్ లింబ్, అంటే ఏదైనా అవయవాన్ని కంప్లీట్గా కోల్పోవడం వల్ల కానీ. తర్వాత డిపెండెంట్ బెనిఫిట్స్. సో ఇన్ కేస్ ఆఫ్ ఎనీ ఇన్సిడెంట్ హ్యాపెన్, person got passed away, died. So whoever is dependencies, their family members will get the pension also. Then the funeral expenses, once a person got passed away, for doing that the last minute activities like burying or doing his final activities, they will get 15,000 as a funeral expenses. Okay, these are the benefits. So if you see, apart from this benefits, we also have other 3 additional insurance, or for the insured workers, there is a rehabilitation allowance, vocational rehabilitation, and also unemployment allowance, like under Rajiv Gandhi Shramik Kalyan Yojana. So we go down to additional benefits apart from those social security benefits. So if you come to any medical benefit, how it is going to help? The scale of medical benefit under the section 57 of the Act, and it provides IPs means insured persons. IPs means insured persons, and members of their family is to be prescribed by the state government in consultation with the corporation under the section 58(1) and 3 of the Act. The IP and the member of his family does not have right to claim medical service over above those which have been so prescribed. The beneficiaries are entitled to a reasonable medical, surgical, and also obstetric treatments. సో ఇందులో కూడా ఏంటంటే బేస్డ్ ఆన్ యువర్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ని బట్టి మీకు సర్టైన్ లిమిటేషన్స్ అనేవి ఉంటాయి. అంటే కొత్తగా జాయిన్ అయితే వాళ్ళకి సూపర్ స్పెషాలిటీ హాస్పిటల్స్ కానీ స్పెషల్ మెడికల్ కేర్ కానీ కొన్ని బెనిఫిట్స్ అనేవి వర్తించవు. సో మినిమం 1 year వర్క్ చేస్తే వాళ్ళకి ఈ బెనిఫిట్స్ అన్ని వర్తించేదానికి ఆస్కారం ఉంటుంది. సో ఇఫ్ యు సీ an insured person, no, the funeral benefit is from ESIC only. ఈఎస్ఐసి నుంచే మనకి 15,000 వస్తుంది. అది మనం ఏంటంటే ప్రమాదం జరిగిన తర్వాత వాళ్ళకి ఇన్ఫార్మ్ చేయాలి, వాళ్ళకి డెత్ సర్టిఫికేట్ ఇవన్నీ సబ్మిట్ చేస్తే మనకి ఆ అమౌంట్ అనేది ఇస్తారనమాట. అంటే ప్రూఫ్, వాళ్ళకి ప్రాపర్ ప్రూఫ్ అనేది ఇవ్వాలి. పిఎఫ్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ నుంచి మనకు వచ్చేది ఓన్లీ పెన్షన్. అపార్ట్ ఫ్రమ్ దట్ నో అదర్ బెనిఫిట్. మనకి అప్పుడప్పుడు కావాలంటే లోన్స్ కూడా దాంట్లో తీసుకోవచ్చు, అందులో మనకి పెన్షన్ వస్తుంది. మనం కావాలన్నప్పుడు ఆ మనీని మనం విత్డ్రా చేసుకోవచ్చు. ఇందులో కూడా మనకి అన్ని ఈ మెడికల్ కి సంబంధించిన బెనిఫిట్స్ అనే వస్తాయి. క్లాసులు కొడతారు. हुसैन, जब ये बेसिकली क्या होता है ना, कभी ये जो डेथ होता है उसके जब जो भी एम्प्लॉय है ना जो मर जाता है, उसके हिसाब से जो ईएसएस ऑफिस में हम तुरंत 24 आवर्स के पहले इन्फॉर्म करना होगा. उसके बाद उनका जो एविडेंस है, फॉर एग्जांपल जो एक्सीडेंट हो गया, कंपनी के अंदर ये हो गया, नहीं तो बाहर जाते वक्त कुछ हो गया, तो वो पुलिस कंप्लेंट करवा के उसको ये देना पड़ता है, सो दैट दे विल गेट दी बेनिफिट. So if you see an insured persons, IPs are entitled to avail a treatment in ESIC dispensary, hospital or diagnostic center and recognized institutions which he is attached, such as outpatient treatment. So he will get OP. What is mean by outpatient? You will just go to the doctor, you will have diagnosis and you will get some medicines. Just a second, please. So outpatient in the sense, the person will come to a doctor, take the consultation and he will go out. He is not going to admit. And ఎవరైతే హాస్పిటల్లో అడ్మిట్ అవ్వరో వాళ్ళని మనం అవుట్ పేషెంట్ కింద ట్రీట్ చేస్తాం. Domiciliary treatment by the visits at their residences. సో ఈ ఫెసిలిటీ కూడా ఉంటుంది. సో మనకి ఎవరైతే హాస్పిటల్లో ఉన్నారో అక్కడి నుంచి లోకల్ నర్సెస్ కూడా వచ్చి మనకి ట్రీట్మెంట్ చేస్తూ ఉంటారు. తర్వాత స్పెషలిస్ట్ కన్సల్టేషన్. సో ఇన్ కేస్ లోకల్ హాస్పిటల్స్ ఇఫ్ దే ఆర్ నాట్ ఏబుల్ టు ట్రీట్ ఆర్ ఇన్ ద ఏరియా వేర్ యు ఆర్ వర్కింగ్ there is no such facility of the specialist, then they will recommend to these recognized institutions also. Then inpatient treatment, it means hospitalization. So where you will admit and get the treatment like operations, etc., etc. Then free supply of drugs, dressings and also artificial limbs and aids and also appliances. So once you get into that, you will have all the free medicines, all medicines with respect to dressing, whatever which is there with respect to your case. Then imaging and laboratory services. So imaging in the sense like scanning, laboratory will be with respect to your blood, urinal samples, etc., etc. Then integrated family welfare, immunization and also MCH program and other national health program. So integrated family welfare. So family members also, we have to entitle our whole family so that they will also avail such benefits. Then ambulance service and reimbursement of for convenience charges for going to hospitals, diagnostic and also centers. So you can have ambulance service as well, and also they will reimburse the service also. they can reimburse the whatever amount you have paid to them. Then medical certification and also special provisions. Apart from this, they will give the certificate of fitness. So wherever you go in the any hospital, I mean, once you went there, they will give the initial certificate, then they have intermediate certificate, then final certificate. So that is the based on that only your leaves will be calculated, so that you will get the salary, the minimum wages you will get. That is called ESIC leave or medical leave. You have to submit these forms to your HR so that they will put you under ESIC leave. Then if you see a family members of insured persons, so what kind of benefits they will get? While in the all implement areas, IPs are entitled to a medical care, and a detailed above members of a family of IPs are entitled to one or other of the family member of the insured person is eligible to take one or other medical under the following standards. One is full medical care, that is all the facilities as the IPs included hospitalization, and expanded, which means medical care, that is all facilities as the IPs expect hospitalization, and a small number of IPs in the states of Gujarat and Bihar fall under this category. So one is full, like whatever the facilities an IP, which means insured person or the worker is having, same kind of benefit he will get. And second one is expanded, means he will get only few facilities except hospitalization. And hospital ki చూయించుకోవడానికి కాదు, ఇన్పేషెంట్ అవ్వదు, ఓన్లీ అవుట్ పేషెంట్. इधर हम खाली आउट पेशेंट ही करते हैं, इन पेशेंट का नहीं चलेगा. हम लोग हॉस्पिटल में जाके उन लोगों को एडमिट नहीं कर सकते. जो फुल मेडिकल है उसमें तो we can admit the people in the hospital. And the corporation aims at providing a medical care according to the uniform standards to the family members in all the implemented areas, as the rates of the contribution are paid by the employees and the employers are same throughout the country. So if you say corporate, whatever the rules or implementation which is there, it has to be throughout the same. You see, if you see section 46 of the Act, it gives us the six this ones like medical, it is full medical care and system of treatment, scale of medical benefit, benefits to retired IPs, administration medical benefits, domiciliary treatment, special consultation, inpatient and imaging, etc. All these are same benefits which we have discussed previously. Now we'll see the other benefits. If you see a sickness benefits, sickness benefits. The sickness benefits in the form of a cash compensation at the rate of 70% of wages is payable to the insured workers during the period of certified sickness for a maximum of 91 days in a year. So as I mentioned previously, so whenever you go the sickness benefit, you will get your 70% of your wages, maximum in 91 days in a year. అంటే ఒక సంవత్సరం మొత్తం మీద మీరు 91 days కి మీరు 70% శాలరీ అనేది మీరు తెచ్చుకోవచ్చు. Okay, that is to certified sickness. Certified sickness in the sense, as I mentioned, you will have three certificates in the sense initial certificate, intermediate certificate and final certificate. Based on these certificates, your leaves will be calculated. Then extended sickness benefit, SB extendable up to 2 years in the case of 34 malignant or long-term disease at the enhanced rate of 80% of the wages. So extended sickness benefit ఏంటంటే 2 years వరకు కూడాను 80% ఆఫ్ సాలరీ. ఇన్ కేస్ అయినా క్రానిక్ లాంగ్ టర్మ్ డిసీజ్ ఏమైనా వస్తే 2 years వరకు మీ 80% ఆఫ్ సాలరీ అనేది పే చేస్తూ ఉంటారు. దెన్ ఎన్హాన్స్డ్ సిక్నెస్ బెనిఫిట్ విచ్ ఈస్ enhanced sickness benefit, which is equal to full wages, is payable to the insured persons undergoing sterilization for the family planning up to 7 days or 14 days for viscosity and also typicotomy respectively. For these two specific, this ones you will get enhanced sickness benefit. There you will get the full payment of 7 days or 14 days. Then maternity benefit for female employees. The maternity benefit for confinement or pregnancy is payable for 26 weeks, which is extendable by further 1 month on a medical advice at the rate of full wage subjected to contributions for 70 days in preceding 2 contribution periods. So ఇందులో ఏంటంటే మనం 26 weeks అనేది వాళ్ళకి ఎక్స్టెండబుల్ వస్తుంది. ఫర్దర్ 1 month కూడాను వాళ్ళకి ఈ తీసుకోవచ్చు బేస్డ్ ఆన్ ది మెడికల్ అడ్వైస్. దెన్ డిజేబుల్మెంట్ బెనిఫిట్. సో డిజేబుల్మెంట్ బెనిఫిట్ అంటే వాట్ ఈస్ మీన్ బై డిజేబుల్మెంట్? ఎనీ ఐడియా? ఎనీబడి కెన్ ఆన్సర్? వాట్ ఈస్ మీన్ బై డిజేబుల్మెంట్? What does it mean by disablement? Even right or wrong, no worries. What is mean by disablement? Some body part is not working, hearing loss, and body part loss. It is called partial disablement due to some accident. Okay. Disablement, there are 2 types. One is partial and permanent disablement. In the sense, here you are losing the ability of earning or the ability to work. That is called disablement. If I say partial, I can give you an example of any fracture or any injury which is making you to not able to work. And permanent means you lost your any of the body part. Due to that, your earning capacity came down. That is permanent disablement. So if you see here, the disablement benefit, temporary disablement benefit is from day 1 of entering insurable employment, and also irrespective of having paid any contribution in case of employment injury. So temporary will be from the day 1. Temporary disability benefit at the rate of 90% of wages is payable so long as disability continues. So ఇదేంటంటే మీకు ఈ డిజేబిలిటీ ఎంత వరకు అయితే ఉందో, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఏదైనా ఫ్రాక్చర్ అయినప్పుడు ఒక 3 months 6 months మనకి వర్క్ చేయలేం కాబట్టి ఆ 6 months మనకి 90% ఆఫ్ మీ వేజెస్ అనేవి తీసుకోవచ్చు. యూ విల్ గెట్ ది టోటల్ 90% ఆఫ్ యువర్ wages. If I say a permanent disablement, the benefit is paid at the rate of 90% of wages in the form of monthly payment, depending upon in the payment of 90% of wages upon the extent of loss of earning capacity as certified by the medical board. Okay, so this permanent disablement will be, you will get the 90% of wages in the form of monthly payment depending upon extent of loss of earning capacity as certified by the medical board. So ఇదేంటంటే మెడికల్ బోర్డ్ లో ఈఎస్ఎస్ లో they will declare this permanent disability. Accordingly, you will get the 90% of wages. So if I'm not wrong, on the they will give on the total gross only, not on the basic, because the basic will be very minimal, right? If I say 21,000 as a maximum amount, 60% they will keep it as a basic. Maybe from the basic Hasil. I'm also forgot actually exactly on what basis they will give this 60%. Okay. Yeah. So if you say dependent benefits, if I talk about dependent benefits, the dependent is benefit is DB, paid at the rate of 90% of wages in the form of monthly payment to the dependents of a decreased insured person in the case of the death occurs due to employment injury or occupational hazard. సో ఇక్కడ చూస్తే ఇది పెన్షన్ లాగా టోటల్ అంటే 90% ఆఫ్ శాలరీ అనేది మంత్లీ పెన్షన్ లాగా వెళ్తూ ఉంటుంది ఎవరైతే నామినీగా పెట్టుకున్నారో వాళ్ళకి. ఎప్పుడు ఇట్ ఈస్ ఓన్లీ ఆన్ ఎంప్లాయ్మెంట్ ఇంజురీ ఆర్ ఆక్యుపేషనల్ హజార్డ్. ఎంప్లాయ్మెంట్ ఇంజురీ అంటే పని చేస్తూ ఉండగా ప్రమాదం జరిగి చనిపోతే, లేదంటే వాళ్ళు చేసే పని వల్ల వాళ్ళకేమన్నా జబ్బు వచ్చి చనిపోతే, ఆ కేసులో వీళ్ళకి 90% ఆఫ్ శాలరీస్ అనేది వీళ్ళకి పెన్షన్ గా ఇస్తారు. Then other benefits, as I mentioned, funeral expenses amount 15,000 is payable to the dependencies to the person who performed the last rites from the day one of the entering insurance employment. ఇది వచ్చేసి మనకి స్పెసిఫిక్ గా లిమిట్ ఏం లేదు, ఫ్రమ్ ద డే వన్ ఇది అప్లికేబుల్ ఉంటుంది. Then confinement expenses, an insured woman or an IP in respect of his wife in the case of any confinement occurs at the place where necessary medical facilities scheme are not available. And in addition to that, as we seen, there are other two benefits also for vocational rehabilitation to permanently disabled injured person for undergoing any VR training, rehabilitation in the sense any therapies, physiotherapy, etc. Then physical rehabilitation in the case of physical disablement due to the employment injuries. Then the other benefit, Rajiv Gandhi Shramik Kalyan Yojan. So it is about they will pay the salary because of your unemployment. The scheme of unemployment allowance was introduced on 2005. An insured person who became unemployed after being insured or due to the closure of factory or establishment or retrenchment or payment inavailability, not less than 40% rising out of non-employment injury are entitled to unemployment allowance equal to 50% of wages for a maximum period of up to 2 years during the lifetime. అంటే ఏంటంటే ఇన్ కేస్ మీరు పనిచేసే ఫ్యాక్టరీ మూసివేయటం కానీ, లేదంటే మీకు సాలరీలు ఇవ్వకపోవడం కానీ, లేదంటే క్లోజ్ అవ్వడం కానీ ఏమన్నా జరిగినప్పుడు మీరు దీనికి అప్లై చేయొచ్చు. అంటే మీ టోటల్ లైఫ్ టైం టెన్యూర్లో, ఇన్ కేస్ ఆఫ్ ఆన్ యువర్ టోటల్ లైఫ్ టైం టెన్యూర్, యూ కెన్ అవైల్ దీస్ బెనిఫిట్ ఫర్ maximum of 2 years, అంటే 24 months. For a maximum of 24 months, you can avail this benefit. Then medical care for the self and the family from ESIC, the hospitals, dependencies during the period IP receives the unemployment allowance. Then vocational training provided for upgrading the skills, expenditure on fee traveling allowance borne by ESIC. So vocational training, ESIC also conducts the vocational training programs for the skill development. You can attend those trainings. Your expenses also will be paid by the ESIs. Okay. So this Rajiv Gandhi Shramik Kalyan Yojana will be applicable only for